Hi guys, and welcome to Terminal Velocity. Today I'm going to be doing an analysis video on the Nintendo Direct during E3 2021. And if you haven't seen that yet, be sure to check it out on Nintendo's YouTube channel. The first announcement we had during the E3 presentation was Kazuya in Smash. Kazuya is from the Tekken series, which is a lot more popular in Japan than America, but it's still fairly popular. So it's cool to see a new face, even if it's not necessarily what we were expecting or wanting, but it's still cool. Sega also announced Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which includes Super Monkey Ball 1, Super Monkey Ball 2, as well as Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. So that should be very cool and interesting, and yeah, it comes out later this year. Next up, they announced Super Mario Party Superstars, which looks like it has about 100 mini-games from the N64 Mario Party games, which have some of the best Mario Party mini-games. So that should be cool. It also, they said that it would have 5 boards, which is a lot more than Super Mario Party's 3 boards plus 1 extra one. Also, during this E3 Nintendo Direct, Nintendo informed us that they're still working hard on Metroid Prime 4. The next game that was announced is WarioWare Get It Together. Since there hasn't been a new WarioWare game in a while, this makes sense to put it on Nintendo's wildly successful Switch console. It also looks like this is the first Wario game that has multiplayer. And speaking of games we haven't seen in a while, Advance Wars 1 and 2 are coming to the Switch in Advance Wars Reboot Camp. If you haven't played Advance Wars, it's very similar to Fire Emblem. Then Dengen Rampa Decadence is coming out, which should be basically a trilogy of the Dengen Rampa games. I haven't really played this, so I don't know that much about it. Also, similarly to Mario's 35th anniversary, they have a Zelda Game & Watch, which includes a Game & Watch game with Link, as well as Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and the original Game Boy Link's Awakening. And while this is very cool, I would have personally thought they would put the Oracle games on instead of Link's Awakening, because Link's Awakening has gotten a remake on the Switch. But either way, it's still pretty cool. They also talked for a good amount of time about Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is a Switch exclusive, so if you're a Shin Megami Tensei fan, then this is probably big news for you, but I don't really follow Shin Megami Tensei that much, so I don't really know. Next, they announced that Skyward Sword HD is currently just going well and all that good stuff. And so now I'm going to get into my two favorite reveals of the entire E3 presentation. The first thing that really stood out to me was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel trailer, which that game looks pretty cool. It has sky, like it involves the sky, so it adds more to Breath of the Wild's world. And they also showed some cool new items with Link's arm, and a cool like shield add-on that like spurted out fire, so that's pretty awesome. And it looked like it had more traditional dungeons, which is always great since Breath of the Wild's dungeons weren't the best in the series. And they also gave a 2022 release date, which is good because that means it'll probably come out in about a year. So all that is great news for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Next up, we have Metroid Dread, which is probably my favorite part of the entire Nintendo Direct. Metroid Dread was a game that was rumored back in 2005 for the DS as the fifth game in the Metroid series. And now 16 years later, they finally released it on the Switch, and it looks awesome with HD, and it's the first 2D Metroid game, original one, since Fusion, which was on the GBA, but this one has HD, and it just looks awesome, and I'm definitely getting this, and would definitely recommend this for a Metroid fan, or just basically anyone. It just looks awesome, and hopefully it's a good game, and it sells well, because Metroid needs all the sales it can get, as it's a relatively obscure series now, because there hasn't been much attention focused on it, other than like Smash Bros. And the Fortnite rumor. But in general, this E3 Nintendo Direct was great, and I definitely enjoyed it. So if you like this E3 analysis video, or if you just like the games in general, then be sure to leave this video a like, and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Thanks for watching Terminal Velocity, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.